Welcome back to my channel. I'm Dr. Duncan, Dr. D, and today we're going to answer some questions, some frequent questions that expats here in Panama, and I can imagine around the world, have in common about healthcare, wherever they are. In this specific topic here at Panama City, Panama. It's been quite some time. It's been, 7-8 months since the last time I posted a video. A lot of things has gone by since then. If you remember, I was the medical director of Panamerica Medical Center at Panama Pacifico. That clinic ended operations in last year, October, and a unique opportunity presented itself. It was a crossroad. I could continue doing what I've been always doing, or take that leap that I had put down for quite some time, and in opening my own business, my own clinic. So I'm in the process of opening the clinic within the next few weeks, smart clinic and lab. But the reason I'm here today is just come back. I miss this. This is what I do, and have the opportunity of answering some questions about healthcare here in Panama, specific for expats. Recently, a couple weeks ago, I was on Facebook. I was on Mike Kelly's Facebook group called Panama City Expats and Locals. Great group, excellent expat group. If you are thinking of living or relocating here in Panama, find that group, contact Mike Kelly, excellent dude. So going back, I was in the group and I just wrote asking some questions that expat may have regarding the healthcare, any doubts that they would have, and a couple questions came out. I think it was very good comments, very good topic of conversation, and I wanted to share some of them with you guys. One of them, first one, was in my conversations with some expats, I've heard a concern about predatorial medical practices. Very common worldwide, unfortunately. In other words, people experience a push for some tests and procedures that were unnecessary and profit-driven. I'm aware that this happens to an extent in the US, and I was wondering if you could comment on this, specific here in Panama again. And yes, unfortunately, this is a common practice. What can I say? In the medical field, there's a lot of opportunities are presented of making a profit. You can make good money just by doing your work, being a good doctor. But then there are other ways, pushing medications, making deals with pharmaceutical companies, diagnosed centers, any other way that you could use your influence, use your power as a doctor to influence the mind and decision making of your patients. It's a way of gaining money. So it's unfortunate, but it happens. To what extent? I won't say a lot, but it's common. So my recommendation would be, first of all, if you have friends, like if you have known or other expats that has been living here longer than you and have experience with the medical services in the area here in Panama or wherever you're located, talk to them, ask recommendations. They have gone through what you have gone, and they have experience on this sort of thing, and that's a good way of If you don't know, doing your due diligence, join Facebook groups or groups like Panama City Expat and Locals, or other groups, which you'll find expats that will recommend based on their particular experience. And yeah, word of mouth is a powerful tool. And just Google. Google is a good way. Google hospital clinics in your area and look for feedback, for comments, and just go from there. Ask for an interview, ask questions, and the doctor that is willing to answer your questions with patience and make sure that you understand the part that you play on your health and on your well-being, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. And don't feel guilty or don't feel bad of asking questions until you understand, until you are clear on the answer. Another question was, I would love to see a video regarding your thoughts about the future of house calls in Panama. That's a good one. I know that there are super cheap services, yes, that send doctors to your home, but I also know that you get what you pay for. Most of the time, that is so true. And this is very important. There are going to be services, not only house calls, but lab services, promotion packages, everything. That is too good to be true. Sometimes it is. So you have to be careful of that. There are good services, like which I provide in my clinic. I'm not afraid or ashamed of saying it. Definitely, we provide great service based on the experience that we have gained over the years. But we are not gonna give away our services. There are great services which, like for example, and as the question was asking, future of house calls in Panama. Yes, we do house calls. There are various clinics that do house calls and in a very efficient way. And again, if you have experience, if you have had friends, or you can ask in the group if they have had, what's been their experience with house calls. Normally a very cheap house call service is going to be tied with the first question. They're going to push services to compensate the price point of their services. So they will suggest, and I'm just speaking out loud, some of them will suggest services, studies, lab work unnecessary. Keep in mind that if a doctor suggests this test, more times than none, they are necessary. I'm confident of the integrity of most of my colleagues worldwide. But they are like the first question, predatorial practices that they're just gonna advertise a low price and then just build up on that, asking you to do some tests or studies that are not necessary, specific diagnose. If the doctor can explain and say like, yes, I'm asking this because of this, and you understand its logic, yes, by all means. But make sure that you understand what you are being asked to do. And there are good house call services, and it's going to get more and more common since COVID. It's been a very common practice because people are not very comfortable of going to a clinic full of people, going to a hospital. So it's a bright future of house calls. There are good services out there, smart clinic and lab included. We pride ourselves in the service that we provide. And yes, exclusive service that if you have the chance, the opportunity to get, try it. Try it. It's a nice service. And it's going to get more and more common as time progresses. What else? I would like to know your best recommendations on how to manage things if you have a pre-existing condition that, from what I see, would be excluded from any private health insurances. This is super common in chronic illnesses, especially when you are up there in age. Insurances are in the win-win business. They're going to make sure that they're going to cover the people that are going to bother the least, that they will have to pay the least. They're not going to lose. So unfortunately, not quite sure how it is in the rest of the world, but here in Panama, getting private insurance when you are up in age and suffer from certain chronic illnesses, high blood pressure that is not controlled, diabetes that is way up there, cancer, and other autoimmune diseases, they're not very keen on insuring your services. And if they do, you're going to pay a premium. You're going to pay a premium. So what I do definitely recommend is there are clinic and hospitals that provide like health plans, health services based on the services that they provide. For example, Smart Clinic and Lab, we provide concierge services that for a monthly payment you get a lot of coverage in our clinic and the services that we provide. And that is something that I could definitely help you work around. We sit down, do an interview, see the medication that you take, the illnesses that you have, and based on that, we can figure out what is the best plan for you. Right now, currently, we are working with some expats to formulate some specific concierge services. Great personnel. If I can have a video interviewing them, I will definitely do that. Okay, another one was asking on the specific, she was asking for a dermatologist, but in this case she said like a good dermatologist who has good equipment are in fact specialists who are on par with other countries. I am proud to say that here in Panama we have good medical services. So much so that medical tourism is a thing here at Panama based on the level of professionals from general practitioners to specialists, subspecialists, and the price rate regarding other places like the United States or Canada. Good prices, same great service. So if you have the chance, again, to ask some other expats or locals that has had experience with the doctors here, you'll be surprised. There's nothing to envy or to look in other countries. Okay. Hello, my plan is to live in Panama as a home base, but I plan to travel to various countries, so I assume a nomad travel medical policies would be needed. What are your thoughts? They are insurances that cover international services. We can discuss that. Again, Mike Kelly, he has contact with different hospitals and insurance brokers that could assist you in this regard. And another alternative would be concierge plans, what we offer, that could offer you assistance 24/7 when you're here in Panama, and telemedication, again, 24/7, that we could act as liaisons with the doctors and clinic and hospitals in other countries. So that is a good alternative. If you're planning to base your home here in Panama, but travel a lot. One of the greatest fears or hindrances when you're thinking of moving to another country is what is my health care gonna look like? I'm accustomed of a certain level here in my home country, having my doctor, having my meds. Coming to a new country where I don't understand the language, I don't know if the doctors understand me, and what about if they have the medication? Having that, again, liaison, that point of contact, that is priceless. So we do that as well. That is a stress element that you could mark from your list. We're going to take that stress away, making sure that your health is not of your concern, that your health is taken care of, that you're here to enjoy the weather, the food, to enjoy the rest of your life, the best part of your life. And if you have any other questions regarding the healthcare system, services here in Panama as an expat, or just thinking of moving to Panama, please contact me. I'll be more than happy to assist you. And if you are in the area, come and see the clinic. I'm going to do a series of videos about starting from scratch until the grand opening and the services that we offer. So don't miss it. Thank you for all the people that make this possible. Zig, thank you for pushing me to doing this and for many more things to come. So until the next video, thank you very much and take care.